So I'm going to take this and just again simplify a drawing. Hopefully I can do it. It's always, I'm always telling Luke and Jeremy, what happens if it doesn't work, you know, when I'm on camera? And because you just have one shot for it. But let's see what we can do. And you might do smaller ones. It's kind of like squinting your eyes in a way. When you squint your eyes, you obscure the detail and you start seeing things more in values and in shapes. And so if you're not so distracted with all that detail, you have a chance to interpret your drawing on another level. And it's a very important level, even when we're going ahead and doing something more detailed. But I want you to be able to see that and not be totally overwhelmed with the detail you see. So let's just see what we can do. As I've told you before, I like to pick out an angle. Often I am going to go with the eyes. In this case, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to take the angle over here on the cheek. Because there's some places here that I can kind of designate how things are lined up, it helps me, again, get proportion. If I can triangulate in my mind and I see, oh, the eye comes down here like so, and it comes right about to that arc, it gives me an opportunity to have a chance to duplicate that. I'd like to, when I get something on here, we'll kind of designate the middle. I hope I can do this. You know, again, it's quite different when you are doing it on camera. The one thing about this is that when I'm doing something more sketchy, now obviously I'm not doing my, you know, totally my 5-pencil method, positioning of the pencil, all those things. I might even go backwards a little bit because I may even scribble in something. But this is just a concept, kind of a sketch, and so we can start seeing, again, those very important elements. And the interesting part about it, too, is that when you're drawing like this, and I want to do it light, even though I'm doing it with my 4B, I want to be able to make a line less noticeable and have it recede into the rest of my detail because I have the opportunity to put other lines with it so that I can now make it less important. So sometimes when you're putting these things down, you'll end up by having something that looks a lot more dominant until you get into the drawing, and you end up by obscuring it a little bit or lessening its intensity. Looking for shapes. And then we'll start identifying those as we go here. She has a very squared face. I think this is going to have to be a little bit more of an angle here. You might be able to see this, again, even better than I, because you're looking at it from a perpendicular perspective. And I have to go ahead and look at this skewed with this perspective where it's tailing off. And as I've said before, it doesn't allow you to really see the you know, the thing. As I'm tilting it up like this, I could see it straight forward, and I don't have that distortion. Okay. Just giving you an idea of how we might get started. I'm probably not going to take very much off. Now I want to go ahead and designate, to the best of my ability, just quick, something that's down the middle so I can kind of get an idea about where I want to put some of these items here. You're all going to be very fortunate because you have a chance to do it over again. But be patient, because you'll be amazed at what your drawing will turn out like if you keep it and, again, start changing the focus with your value, your extra lines, you know, coming in there and reforming something a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and come in here with this. Let's just get some of these shapes so that we know this is on the shaded side of that hair. And let's go this way with our cross hatching or shadow. And then let's designate a few of these so we can start getting, the feel that we have some folds. But even in minimizing all this detail, I would like you to really stand back and take a look at it and see, are you successfully, even with this looser sketch, separating all those shapes? Are you able to really communicate something anyway with the values? You can still use some of your clean edges. Let's come in here. Is it starting to look like her? You guys are, I wish I could hear from you. And see, I can tell. Look at how much lower this is if I go straight across. This is just how I draw. I'm always looking at something that is going to give me an indication. There's always something in your reference, always something in your subject that's going to give you the opportunity to line something up. Great opportunity. So you don't have to be lost with, oh, well, I don't know how to draw that. Well, we're looking for structure. That's one reason why we're doing this today, so that you can come closer and closer and closer to drawing and getting proper proportions and impact on many levels here. So